Hey, what's up? This is Justin from Saints in Exile, and I've been wanting to make a video like this for a while. So I just watched the documentary, The Rise of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Our Brother Hillel, and it was pretty inspiring. It was pretty cool. I didn't know too much about the backstory of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Obviously, this is about the Saints in Exile band, this page at least. But we do hip hop, we do rock, we do pop, and so do the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So I think we can talk about this. Like this makes sense. They did something that we kind of do now. The Red Hot Chili Peppers, I'm sure they don't really need an introduction. They're one of the biggest bands in the world. Millions and millions and millions of records sold, hit singles. Known for crazy stage performances, music. Everyone knows the bass player Flea. He goes nuts on stage. Anthony, the singer, also goes nuts. Chad Smith, the drummer, looks like Will Ferrell. But anyway, I checked out this documentary because of the title specifically kind of drew me. Like, one, the rise, like, yeah, how did they start? Because I know they actually started in 1982 and they're still around now. But the Our Brother Hillel part, I was like, who's this guy? Like, they're making a documentary about someone, and it's not necessarily about the band. And this is where not knowing the backstory actually drew me in. So this guy, Hillel, Hillel Slovak, was super inspirational to Anthony and Flea. They were an inseparable pair or trio, and they hung out, they got into trouble together, they did lots of crazy stuff. But Hillel, he was a musician and he was in a band. Anthony and Flea were not in a band, and basically he inspired them and pushed them creatively to think outside of the box and to be a part of something. And Flea was a trumpet player. He learned the bass and played a show just weeks after joining a band with Hillel. And that's pretty cool because I see lots of comments on our videos of people saying, hey, you inspired me to start a band, or your music inspires our band. And that was pretty cool. And I saw that kind of cross collaboration of ideas. And, we never set out to do that, to necessarily inspire people to do music. But I think musicians of any kind of platform, no matter how big or how small, your music creates an impact. So this guy, Hillel, created such an impact on Flea that Flea wanted to run through a wall for him to play music. And then later on, as their crew grew bigger, they wound up giving Anthony a shot to do vocals, and he didn't sing. He wasn't a musician, but he started to like rap music, so he started to rap. And that was kind of reflective on my journey as a musician, where I started off as a drummer, started getting into hip hop a little bit, realized I wasn't the best drummer, and I was like, let me go start this vocal thing. Now, depending who you are, you might be watching this and like you're not a great rapper either. I kind of lean more towards probably what you're thinking. But you do these things that, something inspires you and you want to try something. And Anthony went and he tried something, and the crowd went nuts. And it went so nuts that the band that was performing was like, hey, we need to have a separate band. And then that's how the birth of the Red Hot Chili Peppers started. I don't want to give away or spoil too much about what happens down the story, but you should definitely check it out. It's pretty cool to see how these three kids who were troublemakers heading towards a path of self-destruction in a lot of ways, in most ways, actually got it together, and they caught lightning in a bottle. And it's one of those lessons, and I spoke about it on a live the other day, where it's like you can't know something until you try, until you fail, until you succeed. Like, you don't have an answer unless you do, unless you try to do it. So I just kind of wanted to give some thoughts on that documentary. It was by Ben Feldman. Great documentary. I had to split it up only because I had to go to sleep last night at some point. Got a 7.6 on IMDb, so you know that's pretty high. Anything over a 7 is generally very good. And it's cool music history. And I want to have maybe more of these music talks, maybe more life talks, if I can somehow make it applicable to what we do here in Saints in Exile. And if you're just watching this based on the title and you have no idea who Saints in Exile is, we are a indie pop rock with a little bit of rap band. We make lots of music. We put out a song every month. We're about to be 1 year old, or a 1 year old. And we have a really cool group of people called The Exiled that are our day one hardcore fans. But if you want to see more content like this or have ideas for content like this, please drop them in the comments. And yeah, hope to see you soon. Peace. Oh, hold up. Okay, peace.